X31 is a bodyweight workout with 3 main goals. We're going to do some advanced core and cardio training. We're gonna mobilize your hips and improve your gait. We're also gonna bulletproof the shoulders and the spine. A lot of great things are gonna happen here. It's only 20 minutes and you're done. Let's get to the moves right now. Get on the ground for the iso plank flow. 6 bodyweight core movements, working your core in all 3 planes of motion, front, back, side to side, laterally, and we're doing them for 30 seconds each. The big focus breathing wise, and if you really want to challenge yourself, make it nasal only throughout. Deep inhale through the nose, into the belly, and then a full exhale. About 3 to 5 seconds each phase, and just do it continuously for each position, and close your face, close your eyes, yeah, close your face, relax your face, and just focus on your breathing and the positioning of the muscles. So here we go, front plank. We know all these drills, so I'm gonna show them quick. Lock in and push away, forearms underground to maximize the serratus activation. We'll start there. I roll into my left side plank, then I roll into my right side plank, and then I'm gonna go into my back plank. All right, head in line with the spine, really push up, toes to the shin, don't let them toe out. Keep it like that. I move right into either my tucked or extended hollow body. Keep my lower back flat to the floor. All right, trying to reach and extend. And I finish by rolling on the belly. And we do the Superman, which some experts say, worst thing ever for your lower back. I would say it's all about form and technique, all right? You should be able to lift your arms and legs off the ground here, but the focus too often is going up instead of away. All right, it's a Superman, Superwoman, whatever you want to call it. Try to get the arms and legs away from each other. Reach to the opposite walls, all right? And still cracking it up between the shoulder blades and clenching the glutes. But you're actually doing what's called an alligator breath when your belly's on the ground. There's some resistance as you try to pull the air into your belly you're working with. So this is meant to really activate your core, all right? Bulletproof the spine, the shoulders, the hips, but also awesome breathing workout. So you've got some lung power and diaphragm power going for the cardio challenges to come. Toodles! 60, 60, 60 core complex, 3 movements, 60 seconds each, back to back to back for 3 minutes of straight core training, which, by the way, any of these moves individually can be a challenge. Now, when you put them together, especially with no rest between, there's a competitive fatigue, and now we're asking our postural stabilizers to engage in a way where now stamina and endurance they're put to the test. So if you have to rest, pause, do so. Here's what we're gonna start with. The first one is the V-sit. And the big focus here is, I like to get those feet together and just kind of keep things even. Now what I'm gonna do is recline back, and initially, if you need to kind of put the hands here, you can. You wanna feel nothing in your lower back. You wanna focus on tucking the knees to the chest to get the hip flexor recruitment, and again, maintaining a slight abdominal crunch so we feel nothing in our low back, but we're balancing on our sit bone, all right? So this is a pelvic stabilization drill, all right? We lock it in, and I can go here, and then I can make it harder by fully extending the legs. And the more you kind of recline or lean back, the greater the challenge to the core. So we're balancing like that. And again, deep inhales and exhales is the breathing focus. Continuously go nasal only to increase the challenge. So we start with the V-sit. Then I go to my dead bug. So I get down, and much like the hollow body work we've done in the past, you want to keep the lower back firmly pressed into the ground the whole way. Now, I actually want you to keep the arms and legs apart on this. That's gonna help increase the mobility, stability independently. You might notice, I always notice on my right hip, for example, I'm missing the little hip flexion there, so this really helps me work out that imbalance. But what I'm gonna do here is, I go here and I'm gonna go opposite arm leg. So my right leg reaches out, my left arm is gonna reach overhead. And I'm doing this contralateral, opposite reciprocal approach here while maintaining contact with the ground from my head, shoulders, through my tailbone, all right? And my lower back is pressed flat into the ground. Exhale back. Inhale out, and again, see this starts to happen? No, correct it. Take the time to correct it and make sure we're working on our gait mechanics here as well. Exhale in. Inhale out, I'm pushing away with one leg and then tucking the other. Exhale it back. All right, just keep working on it. And again, this is one of those drills too, you can bring to your off days or make it part of your EHO every hour on the hour kind of mobility. This is one of those drills. If you have a history of lumbar spine pain, this drill becomes your dear friend. You can work it daily. We finish. By this time, by the way, the stomach is on fire, the abdomen. We'll go with the bird dog. Now, it's easiest done on the knees. And all we're doing here is make yourself a tabletop. And even sometimes you can put a cone on your back. And if the cone falls, it means that you're tilting and turning too much. But I'm gonna go opposite arm leg, and I'm not trying to go up as much as I'm trying to extend and go out, much like on our Superman or woman in the earlier part of the workout here. Reach and extend, inhale it back. Exhale out, inhale back. I wanna make it harder from a stability standpoint, and in terms of quad recoupment, I do it from an elevated position. All right, and when you got that only 2 points of contact, you got to drive both the hand and the foot underground to maximize the stability of the pelvis and the shoulder, but also to prevent as much of that tilting and turning, more stable base of support. Again, this is a workout within a workout. Take any of these drills you want and put them into daily mobility, active recovery work as well. Enjoy. This is one of my all-time favorite walk, run, gait performance enhancement drills. It's also so critical for the health of your pelvis, lumbar spine. So we're gonna work this in this manner. A couple ways you can do it. I have one option with our dip bar, the other with a stick, but I would like you to, for the down leg, I want you to elevate the toes on your slant board. So now we get that Achilles and calf under stretch. And again, you consider too this back leg. People always think about when you run or walk, you know, the damage that can happen to this leg, but don't forget, a lot of times too, injuries can happen to that trail leg, especially the Achilles. If it gets stretched and it's not used to being under stretch, you can rupture that Achilles, whether you're running, jumping, walking, whatever. So let's get this leg stretched up. It's also gonna just enhance the range of motion. We want either from this or this, some stability, so we can focus on getting that knee above 90. Now we've done this drill before, all right? It's one thing to be able to get that leg, you know, here to here is where you get the psoas, going above 90. Now I want you to keep it there. Here's the challenge on this drill. You keep it there, and now we're doing kind of this windshield wiper action where we externally rotate in, keeping the knee at the same level, and then internally rotate out, the hardest action, by the way. So exhale here, inhale here, and do it without letting the knee drop. That's the challenge. So we're isometrically using the psoas to hold that position above 90 degrees of hip flexion, all right? And then we are internally, externally rotating, and you'll warm up into it, where I can also increase the challenge too. Let me just show this option, where I get this further away so that I can actually see myself. You know, maybe initially you're so tight internally that it only gets like here, but as you get better and better at it, you can notice you'll get more out to the bar or the stick that you're using. So keep the shoulders square. Great time under tension mobility drill. And this will not only help with our running gait mechanics, but it'll also help you squat deeper with less knee and back pain. So great drill to have into the arsenal. Add the slant board for best results. Hops complex on one leg. And now this is so critical for walk run, because what is walk run? It's just going between a left and right single leg balance support position, all right? So we've worked our single leg balance, and we've worked all the stuff we're trying to do with our gait. But obviously, as you move more into walk versus run, there are more impact demands coming through your entire body, particularly the foot, ankle, all right? And eventually the closest joints, right? The knee, the hip, the low back. So what we wanna do here is train the single leg hop, all right? When you run, it's 5 or 10 times impact forces of body weight. So you gotta get ready for that if you choose to do that, beyond just working your calves and improving cardiovascular conditioning, getting more resilient from the foot all the way up through the hip. So we'll start with just a basic hop in place, and we're gonna use a 4-4 rhythmic breathing cadence. 4 contacts, inhale through the nose, 4 contacts, exhale through the mouth, nice and smoothly. And again, you wanna focus on making yourself in a plank position here. So pull the ribs and shoulders down, crunch the abs, clench the glute, and then keep the shoulders and toes pointed straight ahead. So I'm here. So that's kind of warming you up into it as well. Initially, you might not be leaving the floor that much. You can obviously make it harder by getting more of that pogo effect coming up and down. I've got some masking tape just to demonstrate a line. You'll do right leg or left leg, then switch, okay? 30 seconds each. Now I go 1 foot over the line front to back. And I can actually use this, try to take this leg, I don't want it swinging, bend it at 90 and keep it like locked and stable. But I'm gonna go exhale, inhale continuously. So now come out of more of a pulsing, quick breathing here. So switch sides, and then I finish laterally in the same concept here. I can go here if I want. So again, these linear and lateral directions are providing stability now in multiple planes of motion while we're being elastic and dynamic through the foot. When you can, all right, especially because we're not doing too many points of contact here, impact forces, try to be as barefoot as you can or minimal equipment shoes. If it's too hard, you know, maybe use a turf or grass or even a padded gymnastics mat or any mat that allows you to just dissipate some of those impact forces. But great little sequence here. It'll really add some resilience to the foot, the ankle, and the toes. And then again, good cardio, good calf development as well. This is one of my all-time favorite bodyweight cardio complexes, especially for 2 to 3+ minutes. It's really just, it's so good for both aerobic and anaerobic development. We're mixing between kind of a more standing movement to a ground-based movement. This tends to be more lower body intensive, the ground more upper body core intensive, but they feed each other. And again, it's non-stop movement and there's mobility built into it as well. So I'd recommend a 4-4 rhythmic breathing cadence on this. So 4 leg exchanges, inhale, 4 leg exchanges, exhale. And then on the ground, we get to the climber, 4 leg movements, inhale, 4 leg movements, exhale. So we get to kind of that rhythmic breathing. Now what you can do here is, once I get 1 cycle in, which is 8 count, 4-4, I go right to the climb and then 8 and then back, or I can just build up to multiple cycles of standing to ground. So I can do 2 full cycles, then 2. You'll have more time in between them. So it's just up to you, whether you want to do more transitions or less. Either way, you're gonna get a great workout. So here we go. Hinge at the hips, come down, walk out to climb. Walk back. And keep going for time. Workout within a workout, mobility, full body. And again, after about the 90-second mark, you are gonna get winded. That's why you gotta have that good breathing focus throughout the exercise. Skater jump to skip. Now I'm gonna talk about it now. I'm gonna talk about it. I recommend the slant board option. Now if you set up both slant boards together and then put them up against an immovable, sturdy object like a wall so that they don't slide on you. But what is this gonna do? This gives me a really unique push-off angle, all right? That allows me to get a little more hip sync. So I'm gonna get even more motion through the hip, but also it really helps target those low quads in a way that you won't get as much with the foot flat. You can still do this drill, of course, with foot flat on the floor if you don't have the slant board option or you don't have a wall you can trust, but that's just gonna allow you to get, again, unique training angle and, in my mind, better motions through the hip and the knee to get the most out of the exercise. So you'll be 90 seconds each side, then you'll just switch directions. I'm just gonna turn and face the other way. But the big focus here is your single leg balance support, do a little skip. So it's like a little power calf raise and that leg comes through. You land back into a hinge and now the arms pivot into coming across your body and then right back. Now I can modify this by back toe stepping for more stability as I come to the skip, and then I can progress to creating more separation between the jumps to really increase the intensity. And again, you'll notice too, when you have foot flat, the motion is a little bit more up and down. But when I have that unique push angle with the elevation towards the outside of the foot, it really lets me push off more in a way that makes it kind of more of a lateral exercise. So great way to finish a workout. And again, one of those movements that, I mean, this is a complete lower body exercise, multi-planar, and it smokes the glutes, the quads, in particular single leg balance and stability, but stamina, endurance, and also power. But in a way, we're breaking up the skip and the skater to, you know, keep form and technique better, minimize overall impact forces. But again, prepping your body to be a true athlete, okay, from head to toe. So hope you enjoyed this workout. Make your post-workout report in the comments section below, and have a beautiful workout. You're done in 20 minutes, as always. And you know what? No equipment needed, really, except, the equipment that I showed to help you get most out of the workout. Bye.
Go.
Halfway.
Rest. Go. Half weight. Rest. Go. Half weight. Half weight. Rest. Go. Half weight. halfway, rest.